When the kids were really little, we would bike along here after it was safe and protected. And now with teenagers, they come and bike to the beach on their own.
I'm walking with State Senator Catherine Blakespear along Highway 101 in Encinitas. When Blakespear was mayor, she got the city to add protected bike lanes here.
It's really important that we be able to connect our communities.
As nice as the bike lanes are, Blakespear says they could have been better. She wanted to reduce the number of lanes on Highway 101 from 4 to 2. That would help cut back on speeding and make more space for pedestrians and cyclists. But taking street space away from cars requires a permit from the California Coastal Commission.
Means that it can be tens of thousands of dollars, it almost always is, and it's on an uncertain timeline, and it requires a big process. So hiring people, having meetings, doing studies that might be redundant, it's just not a great way to run a system. We also see tremendous backlogs at the Coastal Commission, months and years of time it takes to get through.
The lack of safe bike infrastructure near the coast isn't just bad for the climate, there's a human cost as well. Last October, a 41-year-old cyclist was struck by an SUV driver in Point Loma. The city had planned to install protected bike lanes on that road, but the plans collapsed under the Coastal Commission's permitting process. KPBS's reporting on the incident led Blakespear to introduce SB 689.
So what my bill does is it cuts all of that red tape, and it says that if the bike lane is consistent with all the other plans and programs that cities have, they're able to use what's called a de minimis process to install a bike lane. So the Coastal Commission would be able to approve a project without going through the big rigmarole that's currently required.
This is about making California available and accessible, including the coast, for people of all income levels.
State Assemblymember David Alvarez has a similar bill tackling the Coastal Commission's power to block housing.
When it comes to housing, metrics are very, very clear. The coastal areas of California are among the most expensive in the entire country. And that means that it is excluding individuals in California from different economic background levels from having access.
Alvarez's AB 2560 would fast-track approval of apartment and condo buildings in the coastal zone that use the state's Affordable Housing Density Bonus program. That program lets developers build more homes if they set aside a portion for low and middle-income households at affordable price points. The bill would not apply in the state's undeveloped coastal areas.
We're not talking about places that are not appropriately zoned for housing. We are only talking about allowing more units to be built for low-income individuals and middle-income individuals on sites that already are going to be building housing to begin with.
The Coastal Commission declined KPBS's interview request. Officially, it has no position on Alvarez's bill, though it has opposed similar reforms in the past. Alvarez says the commission means well, but that it values upholding bureaucracy over producing good outcomes.
I think you're seeing a response from the legislature. It's not just Senator Blakespear and myself who are San Diegans. It's members actually up and down the state who are saying, you know, we need to look at this issue of coastal access in a way that really represents access for everybody and not just as a tool that sometimes different parties use in order to stop progress on specific projects, which is often what happens.
There's really a perception right now that the Coastal Commission is stopping us from being able to handle and address urgent problems.
Blakespear's bill does have support from the Coastal Commission, but the senator admits she limited the bill's scope to avoid their opposition. Both bills are going through committee hearings and have to pass the full legislature by the end of August. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.